At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Welcome to the Adjacent Weekend Update with Jody Sylvie Wynn and Shelley Sylvie Graby.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Weekend News Adjacent Style. And boy, what a crazy week it has been. I can't believe everything that's gone on.
I know. It's been a marathon. It's been very exciting.
Marathon. Yes, it has. What did you do this week?
Well, this last weekend, you and I went to the Texas tailgate, and I was very fortunate enough to be invited to a suite, which
incredible.
Which provided access to the field before the game, and I was overwhelmed and very excited by the invite, and loved spending time with Lee, and laughing with Lee and meeting some new friends. One of Tammy's families were in the suite with us, and
That's right.
made fast friends. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And appreciate the invite. Thank you so much, Casey Johnson. And
Matt,
it was
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great to see Matt, and y'all might remember Matt. He was on our podcast, Matt Catalana. Go back and listen to that episode. It was fantastic.
It's a great episode.
Yeah, and it's Adrian's birthday week, so and so we loaded up and came down to Rockport, and we've been bouncing over to Port A, and on Monday or on Tuesday we dropped an episode from our Airbnb host Victoria.
Oh,
and so we listened to that.
It's a good one.
So
I love that one.
Yeah, so we ran down to Port A, and the waves were really high, and Coulter just loved it, and it was beautiful and amazing. And it's always great to be in Rockport, and all the fun. And one of our big things is the pizza place Pajo's. We love to go to Pancho's.
Not Peter Piper Pizza?
Not Peter Piper Pizza. No, thank you. Funniest recommendation ever.
It's like, what's your favorite restaurant? McDonald's.
Exactly. Well, we did have a Taco Bell. A Taco Bell is my favorite.
That's true.
So.
That's true. We did get a Taco Bell. Thank you, Bryce. That was funny. But I forgot to tell
what about your weekend? What did you do?
Tell them about the time that we were driving back from Colorado, and I was like holding out for Taco Bell, and we drive up and they are completely out of meat. I was like, John comes back and I have a giant temper tantrum. I'm eating a bean burrito and I just threw it back in the bag, and I was like, no, I don't want to eat this. I wanted a crispy taco. Oh, well.
That's so funny.
My week has been great. I had my Adorn time where I got to go work and look at every price tag for 6 hours to see if there were any markings on them. And then my new manager, who's a real rock star too, she went and printed up some new tags for the ones that had little marks on them. And then I went over to Mari's to ask Stuart if I got the right stuff for my plants, the kelp and fish infusion that helps for fertilizing, but I think he was taking the day off. So I didn't get to ask him if I had the right stuff for my plants. Go back and listen to that podcast with Jill and Stuart from Mari's in Westlake. It's so cute. The Westlake, the mayors of Westlake. So
And sweet Julie,
sweet Julie, sorry. And then we're going to Baton Rouge. I dropped off Georgia this morning. We're going to be flying out shortly to go do a couple of things. We had already planned to go and see Mary Lynn, and Bob and Mary are coming in, and Penny. And then Mary has organized Uncle George's funeral for Thursday. So we will be honoring sweet Uncle George in Baton Rouge and having a ceremony to commemorate his life and, what a great life he's lived. And then we will be going down to the UT game for the UTSA versus Texas game. And I'm super excited about it. But the weather is going to be hot, Shelley. I was hoping for the 80s or the 70s, but it's going to be very warm again, unfortunately. But I'm hoping to see everybody. And you've been hanging out with your in-laws. Are y'all having a good time?
We're having a great time. So relaxing.
They're so cute. They're so sweet. Are they going to come back and stay a little longer?
Oh, yes, of course.
Good.
They're not in a hurry to get to Phoenix and 110 degree heat. Yeah. No, thank you. They're not interested.
Not to toot anybody's horn, but I was listening to Kim and Friends on the podcast, and I love her energy. That I love that she allows people to forgive themselves when they're not able to meet their goal for that week in working out or whatever. And I just like how she's pretty, just, hey, cut yourself a little grace. And then she does a lot of self-care that I'm like, maybe I need to look into some of those things. So I really appreciated listening to her answer some questions. I love her intro music. It's so peppy and fun. And I just want to get up and dance with her, Yeah. But I love it. It sounds great. The sound quality on it is really good. Today I had to go and get Graham some of her lotion, which, holy moly, wowza, expensive lotion. But Graham is 87 and she has the softest hands and they're beautiful. And she's had some skin cancer on her hands, so she takes her hands pretty seriously with her regimen on her skin. But it's like I bought like 3 lotions and it was like $150 for lotion. I was like, holy moly. Like, where did this, why so expensive? I don't know. I was shocked.
Is this lace and gold? What's going on?
I don't know, but I guess if you know, you know. So she uses lanolin for her hands, and then she uses the brand Lanolin. It's like an older brand for all over. And then she uses, I don't know, it's a Mane of Procure Delicious Hands by Amandrix or something like that. But I had to go to like 3 different places to find this stuff. I was like, oh my gosh. And I even could only get the small tubes. She has big tubes of it. And I was like, oh my gosh. But when I was at Target, I was like, I need a new water bottle because I've been just carrying like a janky water bottle when I go to my Monday job at Adorn. And those young girls have all those fancy Stanley water bottles. But I'm like, F that. I am not paying $50 for a water bottle. So I found one at Target for $14.
Oh,
good. What?
Yeah, those Stanleys are bigger than.
I'm like, I don't need
those Stanleys are bigger than their bodies.
I know.
Exactly.
I feel like they're all like carrying around a giant milk jug, like a gallon milk jug. I'm like, okay, you're gonna be hydrated. Good for you. But anyway, we did just get our internet worked on, and it's going like lightning fast.
Oh, good.
John, and I keep joking with him, like that one time when he had he stocked the pond out at the ranch with some catfish, and he was at the ballet or something with. Oh no, he was at. He went to go see Tom Petty with Peyton, I believe it was. And he was like, how are my catfish doing? And I said, are they supposed to be floating? They weren't. They were fine. But he was like, sad bananas, and I said, I'm just kidding. They're fine. And so then he's like, how's the internet doing? I said, are we supposed to be getting that little spinny wheel all for like 30 minutes? He's like, no. But anyway, he wanted to get all the internet to go faster. I'm like, okay, there you go.
I appreciate it. Jody has always played pranks on John.
Oh my gosh.
Always and always.
But John also is a naysayer on me. Like, he thinks that I'm not being truthful when I am. So a long time ago, I think when Harry was a baby, we were remodeling the house, and I was changing Harry's diaper, and in the middle of the night, I'm like looking over, and the clothes in Harry's closet went up and down because we were having to use Harry's closet as like the pantry / his closet. And I was like, whoa, that's a big roach, because it's like 3 a.m. And I was like, that's not a roach. And so I told John, I said, there is a rat in the house, and we need to, I don't want a rat near my kids. And he was like, there's not a rat in here. I was like, okay. And so I got a fake rat and I put it in the silverware drawer. And then when he opened the drawer, he slammed it real quick, and he was like scared.
Oh my gosh, hilarious.
So I was like, I told you there was a rat in the house. And he was acting like he didn't see it. So he opens the drawer and then he slams it, and then he stands in front of it like a little kid, like hiding something. And I was like, what's going on? He goes, nothing. Nothing. And then, then the joke was up. But I like to play little jokes on it, especially when he acts like he doesn't believe me. That's really annoying.
Agreed.
Anyway, we have a Shody in the Wild coming up, don't we, Shelley?
We do. September. It's a crossover with Mom's favorite podcast, and it is an open studio time. They're showcasing their studio.
It's so
it's
cool.
Incredible. Yeah.
So you get to go in IRL and see a podcast studio, and they might even interview you a little and get some questions answered. So that's going to be exciting. When is it, Shelley?
It's September 17th from 4 to 6. There's going to be a promo about it. And if you want to know the location, you have to reach out to me directly. We can't put the address out in the public. But we do want you guys to join. We would love to have you. I will tell you, it's in Southwest Austin in Circle C area, in the Circle C neighborhood. And there's going to be door prizes and cocktails and
snacks.
And snacks.
Maybe a birthday cake. And we also have our friend, our amazing Jordan, coming in town. So
yeah, she's coming in next weekend. That's very exciting. Yeah. And we'll talk about that. I know, but let's get into that show.
Oh, are we doing it now? Do you want to do it now?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah. So, I watched episode 2.
Episode 2. So we have been watching the new show on Netflix called Love, Con, Revenge. We rehashed the first episode where we learn about a really bad guy who basically conned another woman out of a ton of money, was acting like that he was building a wellness center, and she wasn't alone. He had conned many, many women out. But the second one, we have a new guy, Ricky Morrissey, and he cons and actually just straight up steals a bunch of money from his love interest and multiple women. And again, it comes down to what Shelley said is the biggest red flag. If somebody asks you for a lot of money, you gotta watch that. But also, Shelley, what else did he do that is completely unforgivable? Even with the con.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know which offense I mean, he was horrible. He was saying he was sending money to a fallen soldier's family, and he was not. And this was too hard for me. I was like, who would
disgusting? Yes,
it's disgusting.
And he, even though he was a soldier, he faked how much he participated in the war in Afghanistan, I believe it was. And so it's like he was not as present in that war. And then he said that his dog was with him in combat. And that was a lie too.
I know. He just was a yucky person.
Yeah, I think anyone that steals valor, I believe the word is, or fakes that they did military things to try to be a hero and to try to get sympathy for their PTSD so that they can act completely off the wire and then say, well, I have PTSD, so please be patient with me. But then goes in and steals all of her money out of her bank account and pretends to give it to a fallen soldier where he was actually just using it for his own life is disgusting. So tons of red flags there. I will say, and I hate to say this, but do a little research on some people, like Google, don't just, if you're dating someone, another red flag, he completely love bombed her. They both on their first date, and he did it with the second girl too. The date went a long time through the day. By the end, they were exclusive and off Tinder or whatever dating app they were on. And it was like, that's kind of tricky too. We all want to find love and be loved, but he was really pulling the wool over her eyes in multiple ways. It was really sad. It broke my heart for her. She just looked so broken. And I think she lost was it like 50,000, Shelley, or 25 or 50 to $50,000, something I can't even imagine. It's so sad. Shelley, another, you have to do a little more homework on this because you need to look at Celia's backstory. So Celia, the main character in the Love Con Revenge, was also on Tinder Swindler, and she got taken for hundreds of thousands of dollars. It is so sad.
250. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen The Tinder Swindler, which is an old Netflix, I think we all watched it during COVID or something, but go back, watch it because it gives you some background as to why this is a passion for her now. She calls herself a fraud fighter, and I'm here for it. Like empowering people to have these victims to be heard and to have their voice heard. It's so sad. I just want to hug all of them. But red flags: love bombing, mirroring, people faking military service or blaming their behaviors on their PTSD. Go do your work, Shelley says. Do your work, go to EMDR. It will help you. And then also anyone that asks you for money or if they're stealing money from you. But I was proud of the girl that got rid of Ricky because she just said, you got to go. You need to move out. I felt so bad for the fallen soldier's family to hear that their son's name was being used to swindle an innocent victim is just so hard. So we don't want any of our single ready to mingle friends to be swindled. And know your worth. All of you are worth just all the love and great energy. So Shelly had to go real quick, but we love you and keep listening. If you haven't been listening, go back and listen to all of the Shody Media shows. They're so amazing. Ladies Left Field, Las Comadres, Conspiracy Farm, Pammy Out Loud. We have so many great podcasts. And then Shelly and I have multiple podcasts out there. We are working on even more for you. We have Good Enough Today. I mean, you name it. If you need anything, there is one of our Shody Media shows is there to speak to you. So, and if you are single and ready to mingle, hit us up, get in our DMs, and we would love to ask you to see, to try to see if we could connect you and vet somebody with you that isn't a swindler, a con artist, or anything like that. So, there's anything else, Showbo? Anything else in the works?
Not that I can think of. I'm sure there is so much in the works.
Yeah. Anyway, we love you guys.
Sorry, my internet.
It's
love
okay.
you.
It's okay. Love you too. Texas.
Yeehaw.